What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, was beaten decisively yesterday by the nicest guy in boxing, Joseph Parker, a very skilled heavyweight, former WBO heavyweight champion, a guy that had fought 3 times compared to Wilder's 1 time in the last 2 years. A guy that took advantage of ring rust by Deontay Wilder. A guy in Parker that took advantage of being an overall more skillful boxer. Better technique, more versatility to his game. Fought a very, very smart fight. He fought long range and got close. Stayed out of mid-range, which was danger zone fighting a guy like Wilder who needs to get his punches extended to do damage, in particular the right hand. Even when he fought out of range, I thought he was actually playing with fire early on in that fight. I was like, man, he's trying to stay out of range, but with Wilder long reach, Wilder's still gonna be able to get to him when he believes that he is out of range. But it turned out I was wrong in that aspect, in that analysis. When I was watching the fight in the first round, he actually was out of range, as Wilder fought a horrible fight. Malik Scott game plan that was implemented need to be thrown in the trash or thrown in the backyard and start a bonfire. Put a fire in that game plan, because that was horrible. Unnecessary movement by Deontay Wilder. You know, fighting off the back foot, basically moving without any purpose. You know, giving telltale signs when he's ready to throw his punches, like putting his 2 gloves together, letting Parker know, hey, I'm about to try to start my offense, the little offense that I did show in the fight. He gave telltale signs when he was about to throw his punches, and again, Parker took away the right hand. Wilder, I said this in the prediction video, that Wilder would definitely have to set up the left hand, straight left hand, left hook, to get Parker up out of there, because Parker was going to take away the right hand, and Wilder had no answers, man. Wilder is a one-trick pony. Wilder has got the most mileage out of his career, basically being a one-trick pony. He has a PhD in the one-hitter quitter. You know, one of the most devastating knockout artists in boxing history. Great knockout artist, but along the way, he didn't learn the proper techniques, didn't learn the versatility, didn't learn the footwork, didn't learn how to gauge proper distance, didn't know how to fight in the mid-range. Basically was a guy that needed to have distance to get his right hand off, and once he landed the right hand, it would erase all his errors, all his bad forms and bad techniques. With all that being said, Joseph Parker and his team deserve a round of applause, a standing ovation. His trainer, Andy Lee, beautiful game plan. Andy Lee is a rising trainer in boxing. He's going to be one of those guys that a lot of these young fighters need to look to hire. They teach you the fundamentals of boxing, teach you how to be a boxer, a pure technician. You know, a guy that's, whatever your skill set is, he's going to definitely enhance it. Andy Lee is a trainer that's on the rise. As far as Malik Scott, I don't know any other fighter outside Deontay Wilder that Malik Scott has. I'm sure he has a lot of young up-and-coming fighters. Not to say he's a bad trainer, but that was definitely a horrible game plan that he put out there for Deontay Wilder to execute. With all that being said, Joseph Parker has put himself back into another big fight, and possibly is one victory away from fighting for a belt and trying to become 2-time heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua put on a great performance yesterday, beating the feather-fisted Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin is the Paulie Malignaggi of the heavyweight division. But I'm not going to say he's as good as Paulie was. Paulie had great more footwork than he had. Paulie was more athletic than Otto Wallin. I'm just talking about as far as power and being technically sound. They're very, very similar. And Otto Wallin had no firepower to get Anthony Joshua's respect. He was beaten, outgunned, technically wise, and he was at a power disadvantage. So he had no way to win the fight, man. His best attribute got neutralized and basically got bettered by Anthony Joshua, who showed to be a superior boxer, better technician, and then he had the power advantage too. So it turned out to be a whitewashing. Otto Wallin waved that white flag, didn't answer the bell for the 6th round. He got stopped TKO round 5. So that was a great day. But you know what I got to say about his promoter, Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn in the post-fight press conference went in on Deontay Wilder, saying that he has never beat an elite heavyweight, that Anthony Joshua is leagues above him, levels above him. And Anthony Joshua was very, very happy, had his shades on. You know, he was very, very happy. A guy that probably lost out on maybe a $50 million payday to take on a Deontay Wilder, he was very, very happy, man, that he lost, in my opinion. You look at the fact that when he got beat by Eddie Ruiz in the first fight, Wilder wasn't out here cheesing and celebrating. Wilder was kind of upset, talking about he blew an opportunity to take on him in a mega fight. And it was money down the drain. And Wilder was, you know, upset. He was happy for Eddie Ruiz, but he wasn't out here smiling and cheesing. You didn't see Shelly Fickle out here saying, yeah, but Anthony Joshua, that's what you get, man, for turning down $50 million. You got exposed by the Michelin Man. You this, that, and the third. That just shows you not levels above. Show that you levels below Deontay Wilder. They weren't out here doing this, but it's just like his promoter, Eddie Hearn, is very, very happy. He said before the fight that Wilder need to worry about Parker, that Parker has a good chance, and Parker got a great team. So I saw in the pre-fight build-up that Eddie Hearn was basically had the pom-poms out for Joseph Parker to win, despite the fact that they did have that fight signed, but it really wasn't signed, man. Signed fight is like, man, no matter what we fight next. That fight was contingent on both of them guys winning, so that actually wasn't no contract. That was just a, what you call, we got this set up if both guys win. It ain't like with, you got fights, like a 2-fight deal with Fury and Usyk. They gonna fight in February, and they're going to fight again sometime in the summer. That's a contract. The contract that Wilder and AJ had, you can say it's a contract, but it's binding. It's a binding contract, provided that both guys win. And you can tell the way Eddie Hearn, AJ's promoter, was talking, man, that he was basically rooting for Joseph Parker to win that fight. And now he's saying that that fight showed that Wilder's not on that level, that Joshua is levels above him. But there's an old saying in boxing, styles make fights. That Joseph Parker style is always going to give Deontay Wilder problems. Even if Deontay Wilder had been more active in the last 2 years, that style was going to be always a problem for Deontay Wilder. He has a great trainer in his corner, Andy Lee, so he was going to always give Deontay Wilder problems with that style. With all that being said, Anthony Joshua don't fight like Joseph Parker. Anthony Joshua is a more better overall boxer than Wilder, got more tools in the toolbox than Wilder, but again, he doesn't show the head movement that Parker was showing. Parker had great head movement. Parker was able to give Deontay Wilder different looks. Parker was able to counter Deontay Wilder. You could tell that Parker amateur background and amateur pedigree, being in there with a lot of big names in the sport of boxing, really showed up and showed out. In the fact that he had 3 fights to Wilder's 1 fight in the last, 2 years, showed that he had the advantage going into that fight. But that style that Parker had was always going to give Wilder problems. With all that being said, congratulations to Anthony Joshua winning. I think he's going to probably fight Flip Herkovich March 9th, and the winner of that fight could very well be the IBF heavyweight champion, as IBF probably will look to strip Usyk, who's right now committed to a 2-fight deal with WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. So he'll be able to come 3-time heavyweight champion, and the Wilder probably need to seriously look at retiring, in my opinion. If he does come back, I think fights to be made would be against Gerald Big Baby Miller. Gerald Big Baby Miller definitely got to get in better shape, man. He looked like a sumo wrestler out there. Very, very, very sad to watch him get in the ring looking the way he looked. But he did bring more fight than Deontay Wilder. He did let his hands go, but he ran out of gas and basically succumbed to a guy that had been more active than him, been fighting more active here recently. A younger guy, a guy that's a very good puncher in the heavyweight division. He eventually got stopped in the last round, that being the 12th, and Daniel Dubois was able to get one of the biggest victories of his professional career. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Get ready to go in here and watch a little NFL. Follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Like, share, subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. And I holla.